Systems at this time of year, Hurricane Hugo began its life just off of the shores of Africa, making its journey all the way through the Atlantic, and it reached its first peak near the Lesser Antilles as a Category 4 hurricane at first, while passing over the islands of the Virgin Islands near Hispaniola, as well as Puerto Rico and Costa Rica, and from there continuing to make a little more of a north to northwesterly turn into the Atlantic, and from there strengthening once again after moving over the islands, and that's how it was able to reach its Category 4 hurricane status before making landfall September 22nd in Sullivan's Island. From there, moving through the Midlands and up towards the Queen City, bringing with it some tropical tornadoes, damaging winds, and a lot of rain as well, something that we will never forget here in South Carolina. Thankfully, as we're waking up this morning, things are calm near our great state, but keep in mind that we are watching some systems deeper in the Atlantic. One of them is a few hundred miles away from us, just east of Bermuda. This is Hurricane Gabrielle, which became a hurricane over the weekend. The good news with Gabrielle, even though it is a Category 1 storm as of the latest advisory with 90-mile-per-hour winds, it'll continue to strengthen but turn away from the United States. So no type of issue with the East Coast with Gabrielle. It'll continue to maintain hurricane status through much of this week, but it will race towards Europe instead of bringing any type of impact for us here in the United States. Behind Gabrielle, two waves of showers and storms we're going to watch closely towards the middle and end of this week. More so, this particular area behind Gabrielle that is shaded in orange. By the middle and end of this week, further development certainly possible, and if this were to become our next name system, the next name on our list is Umberto. So that's what we'll keep an eye out for here in the First Alert Weather Center, closer to home as we wake up this morning. Some great weather to work with, a little bit of a chill out the door to greet you. A lot of us are in the low and mid 60s as we get our day started. And for the first official day of fall, at least the morning's feeling like it. I don't think we're going to have much of that in place, though, for this afternoon. And one of the reasons why is because high pressure influencing us from our north is going to be wrapping in some moisture and humidity from the ocean into the Carolinas. And so that's going to allow for a little more of a humid and summer-like feel for us once we get into the afternoon. We'll pair that with warm temperatures. They'll make a run into the upper 80s today across the Midlands, some mid 80s for you in the upstate. Closer to the low country, low and mid 80s with an opportunity for a couple of sea breeze like showers and thunderstorms. Those won't be able to make it into the Midlands. And I think the first half of this week is staying dry for us, but by Thursday and into Friday, we are tracking a cold front into the Carolinas. Late Thursday is where we're going to have a little bit of rain and thunder return, and I think at times we'll have a few showers with a few rumbles of thunder out there for our Friday. Now, our drought monitor is in an okay situation. All these shades of yellow do not coordinate or correlate to the drought. That means abnormally dry. That doesn't mean the drought has started yet, but if it were to continue to stay dry here, we might see this worsen a little bit. So I think Saturday's pop-up storms will help us out. This cold front at the end of this week will help us out as well with more rounds of rain. Before we get there, though, warm, summer-like with some humidity out there. Highs get into the 90s by tomorrow and continue through midweek. And then behind our cold front, cooler days ahead of us. Looking ahead to the upcoming weekend, Jamal, dropping highs into the low and mid 80s.